Alright, what's going on YouTube? Today's video we have a brand new microphone from Nearsteam. We're going to go and take a look at this. This is the AM25x microphone. It is a XLR USB-C input. We're going to go check it out in this video. So first we'll start off with the unboxing experience. When you go ahead and unbox it for the first time, you are greeted with specifications on the box to get you to know that this is plug and play. It's XLR, USB-C. This is a tabletop version, but they also have a boom arm version available as well. You can monitor the audio as well, and then it has ANC, a volume knob that you can easily control, and it's all LED to be able to let you know what works and what doesn't. So you're greeted with the microphone on the front, and then you also have a adjustable arm, I guess you could say. Move the microphone freely in pretty much any position possible. Tabletop version, and it even has height adjustment, so you could bring it up or bring it down as needed. And you also have the base included as well, which is a little bit of weight so it doesn't move around when you are adjusting the microphone itself. You also have a USB-C cable, which is a USB-A to USB-C with an OTG adapter to be a USB-C as well. Now the thread on this is a tripod thread, but you can do adapters in order to make this fit. So just to keep that in mind when you are picking out a boom arm or you want to use the little tabletop mode. That's the thread that we're using. So I actually really like the base. I'm not going to use it right now just because obviously we have a boom arm available, but the base is really nice. I like that you can be able to move it however you want. It's portable, so you can easily detach it, throw it in a bag, super compact. The microphone itself is actually super lightweight. I wasn't expecting it to be super light, and I was like, what the heck? This is way lighter than you would think. Hopefully that doesn't mess with the sound quality. So we're gonna go and check out what this sounds like right now. All right, so we do have it hooked up with XLR on the bottom. If you do have a phantom power supply, you're gonna have to connect it into that with 48 volt. If you don't, then you're gonna have to use USB-C as well as an XLR just to provide extra power for the microphone. So this is what it sounds like fully raw on the microphone itself. And this is what it sounds like fully edited, just to give you a representation of what it sounds like out of the box versus what it sounds like when you edit the audio. Hopefully it sounds really good to you guys. To me personally, I think it really is a nice microphone. It's not as good as the AM8 microphone, but in terms of sound quality, especially for the price, it is not too bad. It's good for, podcasts, live streams, anything. You do have to get up close, so that's just the perspective. But if you were to be a little bit farther away, which we're going to do right now, then this is what it sound like if you were farther away. Obviously, you could bring up the volume all the way, but it does peak really, really close past 75%. So I wouldn't recommend to keep the microphone past 75% if you have the XLR output. But if you are close, then just make sure you don't yell into the microphone. Otherwise, obviously, it will peak. You cannot operate the mute or the ANC if you have XLR, which is a little bit of a downgrade. But that's just typical on a lot of XLR systems. Unless you use maybe the USB-C and plug it into your laptop and your XLR, but at that point it would just make sense to just use XLR or just USB-C. Don't use two cables, that would be kind of weird. Let's go ahead and show you guys what it sounds like on the phone if you were to use USB-C, and we're going to show you off the functions. So we're going to use this USB-C cable. We're going to plug this into our phone here, and we're just going to do a really quick clip of what it would look like if you did have this plugged in. So as you can see, we have a blue LED indicator right there. If you press the little 4 lines, you can toggle between A and C. So it just does that. And then the mute button on top, which illustrates this to be red. And then you increase volume and decrease volume. The light on here will dim, and then whenever you get it brightened, it's on the max mode. So right now we're on the brightest, so it's on the max volume. When we're on the lowest, it'll get even more dim, and it'll just mute once you get the lowest. So this is the absolute lowest, which gets really dim, and then you can go brighter for it to be louder. I don't necessarily like this because for one, you don't even really know exactly what volume you're at, and two, the volume knob just goes infinitely in a circle. Instead of it going all the way to the left or all the way to the right and stopping in those sections, it continues to go infinitely. So I don't really like that. We're going to go check out the ANC now, just to show you guys a little bit of difference between ANC and non-ANC. By the way, you do have a monitor audio there as well, so you can actually hear yourself speaking on the microphone itself. All right, if you guys have made it this far, I'd really appreciate if you guys dropped a like on the video. Videos like this take a lot of time, money, and effort in order to make, and I really, really appreciate if you dropped a like. You don't even have to subscribe. Let's jump back into the video. All right, so now we're on the iPhone for this little test here, and we're on the blue setting. So you can see all the settings right here. We could even go to a little bit of max volume just to show you what it sounds like on max volume. It's decreased a little bit, but we're going to go ahead and we have the air purifier turned on below us, so we're going to go ahead and go to ANC. So this is what ANC sounds like. I honestly have not heard what the ANC sounds like, so hopefully it sounds good. I'm gonna listen to it the first time and see if it actually is good, but for right now we don't really know. So this is what it's gonna sound like when you have ANC on. And also for the pop filter, we're gonna do a little P, S's, and T test. Peter Piper Picker Pepper Pellins Melons, you know the deal. Peter Piper Picker Pepper Pellins Melons, you know the deal. So P, S's, and T test right there. And we'll do it again without the ANC. Peter Piper Picker Pepper Pellins Melons, you know the deal. Peter Piper Picker Pepper Pellins Melons, you know the deal. We're about 2-3 inches away from the microphone, so we're not super close, but we're also not super far. And if it gets the S, then hopefully it doesn't capture all that, because that would be really annoying for you guys. But that's what it sounds like, and we still have the air purifier on in the background, so hopefully this microphone sounds good. With all that being said, this microphone is really, really good. I believe the price is about $50 to $60, which is a really good sweet spot. Considering everything that this microphone does offer, it's really, really useful. Are there some improvements that they can make? Yes, of course. Like software, an app, the volume knob. The LED, I love the idea of it, but it just needs to be a little bit better in my opinion. Hopefully we can see more improvements on this version, but the sound quality is there. It's really, really good. Maybe fix a little bit of the boom arm mountable. I mean, I like the version of it. It's unique. I like this as well. This is a unique approach. This boom arm is, or this tabletop mode is really, really good, but we can see improvements for sure. So without further ado, if you guys did like this video, it mean a lot to me if you dropped a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one.